Hi guys, it's Tuesday, October 12th. I have a couple of important announcements. Number one, end of this 9 weeks is Friday, this Friday, 4 days away. You must have any kind of makeup work that you want to submit done by tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I have to have your makeup work. If you need help, there will be tutoring today after school with Mr. Overman, another science teacher, in my classroom. Okay? Miss Brown is also going to be around Thursday after school. Okay? So if you need help, get yourself to tutoring and get some help. I may be able to do a Google Meet tutoring tomorrow. If I am, I will post a link for you and I will explain it in tomorrow's video. Okay. So get to tutoring, get your stuff done. End of 9 weeks is this Friday. With that said, today we are going to start on a project that you're going to be working on most of the week. And the grade for it will go on next 9 weeks, but it's a major grade. So you need to work hard so that you're off to a good start in the second 9 weeks. As usual, the very first thing that you're going to do is today's due now. It's posted as a discussion post in Schoology. 2 questions. On this weather map, where are there currently cooler temperatures due to the front that has just passed? Remember, a front moves in the direction that it is pointing. So these little pointy triangles right here are pointing down, which would be south, or kind of a little bit to the right, which would be east. Remember, never eat soggy waffles. North is on top, east is to the right, south is to the bottom, west is to the left. Okay? So pick the place that has just had a cold front move through. Number 2, which state currently has an air mass rising, creating clouds and maybe precipitation? We are going to hop back over to your digital notebook real quick. Oh, mine's taking forever to load. If you hop back over into your digital notebook, on the notes that you took last week about weather, where's our pressures? Okay, high pressure is happy weather, so that's clear skies, dry, and it's after a cold front. Low pressure gives us storms, humidity, and warm air. Low pressure is lousy weather. Remember that we said that low pressure is what rises and gives us clouds above. That should be a big hint. High pressure sinks. Low pressure rises. Okay. Back to this. Okay, finish the do now. The learning target today is I will work with a partner, if you choose, to create a 2 to 3 day weather forecast. This is what you must get done today. I can choose 2 cities that my group will forecast. Plan out where each type of front will go. Begin the weather map for the first day of the forecast. Okay, those are the 3 things that you must get done today. But first, I'm going to explain this project to you real quick. Okay, here's the situation. You are a brand new meteorologist straight out of college. You're trying not only to provide accurate weather forecasts for your viewers, but also to make sure they are so accurate that they impress your new boss. You and your partner will choose 2 cities that you can represent on the same map and create a 3-day weather forecast, including both cities. Your goal is to create a 3-day forecast for those 2 cities, predict the movement of different weather conditions, and analyze their effects on the environment. So you're going to answer this question as you go through the project. What patterns and relationships are there for different weather conditions, and how do they affect the environment? Okay, so what do I have to do? What am I supposed to turn in? I'm going to show you the slideshow that you're going to turn in. It is going to be in Schoology. Let's go to second period. It's going to pop up in the green folder because it's an assignment in Unit 3, but it's also right over here on upcoming assignments, weather project. Okay, click that slideshow and open it. It'll look like this. Okay, You have full creative freedom with this template for the slideshow. If you don't even want to use this template, that is perfectly fine. You can start a brand new slideshow. You just need to make sure that it includes all of the required elements in your slideshow. If you use this one, it'll have some directions in it to keep you on track. Okay, so there's a title slide right here. In this bottom due date box, you are going to delete the due date. It is due Monday, October 17th, but you are going to change that and put the names of you and your partner on there so that I know whose project this is, because in Schoology, it created a copy for every single one of you. You can put both of your names here in the title of it, but you also must have your names on the title slide. Okay, you can totally change the background, make it your own, be creative, that's great. On slides 2 and 3, this is where you are going to create a weather forecast. This is the first day of your weather forecast. You're going to put fronts and pressures and all kinds of stuff onto this map. Okay? If you don't like this map, go get a different one and use your own. You can make a Google drawing and put some fronts on it that you drew. You can use the scribble feature on here and draw fronts right onto here if you want to. You can go find graphics online if you want to and use the graphics that you find online. Doesn't matter, but you're going to make your first day of your forecast map right here on this slide. If you forget, there are actual directions in the pink on every slide. In the blue, it tells you what must be included in order for you to get full credit on your weather forecast slides. Okay, if you don't want to use one of these cities, a lot of you will want to do your own cities. Great. You can add the city onto this map. Just type it in here, or you can put in your own map with those two cities on it. Remember, you must have two different cities that you're forecasting. Okay, so this is day 1. Then you're going to forecast what's going to happen in those same exact two cities 2 or 3 days later. Okay? The reason that this is important is because if you remember when we did our notes on weather, when we learned about fronts, we talked about which direction fronts move. Like right here on slide 13 of your digital notebook, it says a cold weather front usually moves from northwest to southeast. So you should show the movement of the fronts in the correct direction, roughly. Okay? Warm fronts do something else. Warm fronts move from southwest to northeast. Okay? Also, one of the fronts moves pretty fast, the other front moves pretty slow. So you should be able to show that. Oops, right here. Okay? So this is the first day. The other map is 2 to 3 days later. If your group is fast and you want to do a map for 3 straight days, great. That is even better. Okay? Slide 4 is also required. You must write a minimum of a 4-sentence summary of your maps. Tell me what's happening in each city on day 1 and what's happening 2 or 3 days later in that exact same city, and tell me why. Tell me what weather conditions exist there that created that weather. Okay? This summary has to have information about 2 different cities and about both maps. That's why it's a minimum of 4 sentences. City 1, first day, second day. City 2, first day, second day. Okay? Minimum of 4 sentences. Then, if your group is quick, you can write a weather forecast. So not just a summary, but like pretend that you're a meteorologist on TV and you are forecasting the weather. If you want to bring in props and all that kind of stuff, that's amazing. I want to see your creativity. Okay? So slides 5 and 6 are not required. They're fun, but you don't get to do them until you're finished with slides 1 through 4. Okay? Slide 7 is our rubric for this project, okay? This is how it's going to be split. 10% of your grade is for creativity. 50% is does it include the information? I'm going to give you that information in just a second. Is it well organized? Like, can I read it? Is the presentation, like, does it make sense? Does the summary flow, what you typed onto slide 4, does that make sense? And then timeliness, just did you turn the project in on time? Okay, and I will do the grading right there on that slide so that you can see it. All right, back to today's slideshow so that I can explain what you must turn in, okay? So your slideshow must have at least 4 slides, a title slide, 2 weather maps, and a final summary slide, okay? Somewhere between your 2 maps, you must include these things. Temperatures, you can list that right next to the city if you want to. Temperatures, chance of precipitation, meaning 20% chance that it's going to rain, 0% chance it's going to rain, something like that. Warm front, cold front, stationary front, high pressure and low pressure. Okay, you don't have to have all of this on every single map, but you got to have all of those things somewhere between the 2 maps. Okay, your explanation slide, slide 4, must include reasoning for why the weather pattern is doing what it's doing. So let's say that a cold front is just about to hit your city on day 1. So your city's here and the front's coming here. Well, on the next few days, the front should hit, which will cause some kind of weather, like, I don't know, maybe rain or storms or drizzle, you decide. And then the temperatures should do something after the front passes. Okay, so that is what you're explaining on slide 4, your summary slide. If you have questions, you can consult each other, because I know I'm not there, or you can send me an email and I will be checking. Okay. This is a major project grade, so it's going to count like a test does, but it's counting on the next 9 weeks. That doesn't mean that you're wasting your time. I see you. You are not wasting your time. You are working hard right now. Okay, so before class is finished, this is the same checklist that's listed in your page on Schoology. Okay, it's going to be right here, this page. And it says, get together with your partner if you want one. You can do your own. You don't have to work with a partner. One of you is going to rename that slideshow. Decide which 2 U.S. cities you will be forecasting. Then you need to fill out the weather forecast project check-in number 1 Google form. It is linked right there on that page in Schoology. Okay, and then begin working on your project. Okay, please let me or Mr. Overman, or you can ask your sub questions. I don't know how much they're going to know because I don't know who your sub is going to be. I will be around to check email, but I won't be like constantly available. Okay, good luck. I know you're going to do great. And don't forget, if you need help or you need tutoring to raise that grade for this current 9 weeks, get to tutoring after school today. Okay, bye.